a second. Make sure everything's streaming and such. Oh, and turn off my phone. Where is that even at?
Come on, man. Turn your phone off.
All those little details. All those little details.
Gosh.
And of course, it's like, no, we don't match your fingerprint.
What?
Just a very second. We can't do that because for whatever reason we've decided not to. And I just realized I just turned it on vibrate, which would be even more annoying. Okay. It's talking about piercing. And she's already yawning.
I am.
This is episode number 18. Can you believe it?
I know you guys missed me.
Well, yeah. I missed you a little bit.
Yeah, I know the people of the live streams, they missed me. I wasn't here last week, and
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're here today, and that's all that really matters, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I should probably change this over to chat, huh?
Yeah, see if people are talking to us.
Yes. And we're streaming tonight on Facebook, too.
Oh, Facebook.
We got the FB going.
Ooh.
If you have any questions, the way this works is we have like a kind of a format that we go through that we've kind of established. But at the same time, if you have a question or just want to say hello, feel free to enter the chat and do so.
And we'll respond to you.
In some way, shape, or form. Usually live, on camera.
On camera, live. Get to see us say hello.
Yep.
We'll say your name.
Tonight's topic is going to be, and she picked it.
I did pick it.
Piercing and tattoo marriage.
Yes, the marriage between the two and the reunion of things that were always meant to be together.
Aha. Or something like that.
Yeah, something along those lines, yeah.
Yep. That's the goal. That's what we're going for.
Yep.
My week was pretty good. It wasn't as busy as the week before, a little slower. I think probably because of the weather.
It's because I was here.
Yeah, and that people don't like you.
Oh my goodness.
We did have a returning client.
We did.
And she's now been pierced by both of us.
Yes.
Or they have.
Yes, because, yeah. I pierced them first, and then...
Yeah.
Then you pierced them.
Yep.
I got to be the first. I'm the lucky one.
Yes, we finished the triangle.
Yes.
That they wanted on that ear. Now we're going to try to do it upside down on the other.
Yes, very fun, very exciting.
Did a very basic thing, just kind of a helix flat kind of thing.
Yeah.
I guess did a fun flat the other day too. That was pretty cool. Did some genital piercings this week. That tends to be the case. You got to do one this week.
I did my very first female genital piercing. Very exciting.
Yay. We're happy to get you in the... Welcome to the club, kid.
Yeah.
You've already done male, so... Yes,
I did one male. I did a Christina today.
So we're slowly breaking her into it.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll get there.
Yes.
Other than that, got some jewelry in, but it was mostly staples. Kind of trying to stock up because we kind of ran low on stuff.
That we did.
It seems like every time I turn around, I'm spending money.
Yeah.
And then I get grumpy about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Mondays.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, I should probably go eat. And I'm like, yeah, it's probably a good idea.
And then I come back and go, yeah, it's not as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah.
It still kind of sucks, though. Anyway. Ocha, whoa. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Ocha.
Hope you're having a wonderful night. Hope the helix is doing well.
Yeah, I hope the helix is healing beautifully.
Yes. It was a pleasure to do that.
Yes. I didn't do it. I watched it get done, though.
Yeah, you showed up late.
Yeah. I now have pictures of your ear in my phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, being a piercer's odd.
Yes, it is. We have odd pictures and various different things. Kelly, hello. You two are appreciated for the entertainment and educational value.
Yay.
Yay. That's our main 2 goals here in life is education and entertainment.
Yes.
At least in this place.
Yeah. At least online.
Online and in person. I can be an entertaining fellow. You can be fairly entertaining.
Oh, I'm entertaining at my own expense.
Except when people don't get your sarcasm or your jokes.
Oh, yeah.
We had a lady earlier that you were doing a piercing on, and you made a crack about me being a probation officer as a part-time job, and she's like, really? Where do you work at? What county?
No,
like,
I said, because she was like...
Oh, you were describing who I was.
Yeah, and then she was like, oh, okay, and I was like, actually, no, that's my probation officer.
For doing it DaVo, now I have work from both of you.
Yay.
Yes, you are. We have both pierced you.
Yes, we both gotcha.
Yep. You're in the club. So what should we do next? So should we start at? I can't remember. Do we do songs of the week first, or do we do the shiny thing?
We do songs of the week first.
Okay. Well, it's
I'm here to have say over.
It's the Patrick of Saint Day coming up.
That is very true. I kind of struggled to pick a song.
Yeah. Well, both of our songs tonight relate to alcohol.
Yes, that was my main goal. It has to relate to alcohol.
Mine is actually an Irish song. It's a cover, I believe, but I can't remember who originally did it, and it might be just based off a poem. A lot of Irish songs, like traditional songs, are based off poems or novels. Mm-hmm. Very lyric people.
Yeah, lyrical individuals.
But mine is going to be the Tossers from Chicago. I actually booked these guys a few times. Hopefully this isn't playing too loud in the background. This is a song by them called Drinking in the Day. It's a story of a young fella and young lady and spending the day together drinking and all the things that he hopes that she doesn't find out. But it kind of paints that picture of like summer days, just out having a good time, just enjoying somebody else's company.
Yeah.
So that's my pick for the week. And then we will move on to her pick of the week.
My pick of the week. So, I guess a little background is I didn't know what to pick. I didn't know what to pick at all. I was sitting there bagging up jewelry because we got a jewelry order, and I was sitting there bagging up jewelry. And DaVo, he goes, "What's your song?" And I was like, And then I laughed to myself because the song came to mind.
Yes, and it's also about drinking.
It is also about drinking.
Maybe the aftermath of drinking.
Maybe the aftermath of your song.
And I may have had or may not have had this experience at one point in my life.
Let you switch it over for the brain reveal. It is You're Going to Fuck.
Yes, it is a classic song by the San Francisco punk band. I thought it was funny. That was the song. So that was her pick.
Yeah, it's going to be an experience for a lot.
Yeah, so it's going to be kind of an odd mix as that playlist is that we have put together.
It's always been an odd mix, though, from the very get-go. I'm pretty sure.
Because we're slightly different people. We have similar tastes on certain things, but there's a lot of things we don't.
I cannot remember the first songs that we did. I'm pretty sure I did an emo song, though. I'm like 85% sure it was an emo song.
And Ocha said, if you're playing the song, I can't understand you. Laugh.
Oh, it might be too.
It might be too loud. And the problem with this particular setup we have right now is I have no way of monitoring the sound. I'm gonna figure that out here in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, we're kind of trying something new out.
Yeah.
So
you can get a little taste of the song.
It either works or it doesn't work. There's not much I can do. It might have been because I didn't turn on the sound yet. I don't know. That could be what was going on. And I'm going to check something out, make sure things are working here, and hopefully they are.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And then, why did you pick that song?
Because honestly, you were talking to me about it yesterday, and I was like, I don't know what song I'm going to pick. I'll probably pick a song about drinking or a song that reminds me of, like...
And for those of us that, I don't know. I don't go out on St. Patrick's Day normally.
I don't either. I can't. I'm not old enough to go to bars.
Mainly because I think the meaning of the holiday is totally, completely lost, like every holiday in America. It's about, the acceptance of people of Irish descent in the United States. That's what's changed. And it isn't about getting drunk. I don't know how else to put it.
It could be. That's what people do.
Oh, that's what people do that. I know they do.
I don't
know why they do, but and we always refer to it as an amateur drunk night because it's like one of those nights when people that normally don't drink. It's like we got a sitter, and then you're as somebody who worked in the entertainment industry, so to speak, in bars, it's like then I'm spending all my time babysitting adults.
Yeah.
Who should have had a sitter.
I never been out on St. Patrick's Day. I will tell you my deviant years. My deviant.
What was your deviant years?
My deviant years when I was doing underage alcohol and then smoking of cigarettes. I went over to my friend's house one time for St. Patrick's Day, and it was you know, we talk about Lanny a lot.
Oh, you were over at Lanny's.
I was over at Lanny's, and I ended up getting in this conversation with him on his couch.
On St. Patrick's Day?
On St. Patrick's Day.
That would have been an interesting conversation, I'm sure.
Well, I was very drunk and...
Couldn't keep up?
Yes. And that's my only experience with drinking on St. Patrick's Day was that evening.
Okay. So, yeah. Yeah. And here she yawns again.
No, I'm tired.
I'm sorry. We're keeping you up?
Yeah, it's well past my bedtime.
Which is what, 7:30 now?
Yeah.
All right. Should we move on to the next part?
Yeah. The ocean.
Ooh, shiny thing.
Oh, shiny thing.
And I kind of stuck with the general theme.
He took the only item that we have. That would be St. Patrick's Day theme.
I think this actually was on like the thing, like, oh yeah, buy this for St. Patrick's Day, you know. And mine is a shamrock. This is enamel on titanium. Comes from Invidious. It's kind of a bigger piece. It doesn't really fit in a lot of places. You could probably wear this if you have a really large trachea, of course, on the lobe, upper ear, flats, that sort of thing. Maybe a conch. Conch would probably work. But yeah, you know, if you want something a little different, something floral, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I would be fun to kind of do a bunch of these as a flat, so it'd be like a field of clover.
That'd be fun. Different sizes too.
Yeah, but I don't think it comes in different sizes. And I also thought that this might look good with maybe some different, maybe some greenstones.
Yeah.
Or flowers or something. But it's very shiny.
It is very shiny.
But yeah, this could get, like I said, this could go in a lot of different places. You could also, you know, if you really wanted to go, I have put this on a nostril.
Okay.
But I think it takes a special person for that to work with. So, you know, one of those things.
Yeah.
And probably could even work as a Medusa. It depends on how big their upper lip is.
Yeah.
The distance, not their big lip, but the distance of their philtrum.
Yeah.
Okay. So you sound bored. So should we move on to yours?
Yeah. Let's get to me.
All right. Okay.
Gosh darn it. I also went with an enamel piece, titanium and enamel. Did little cherries. I love this jewelry. I think it's really cute. I'm sorry, I just heard Dolly walk past the door.
And laughing and making weird noises.
Yeah. I went with little cherries because I really like this piece. I feel like the only places I can really see it would be maybe a nostril and some with a larger nose, but mainly in ears. I feel like you could put it anywhere in the ear. I just put it in the helix because I thought it was really cute.
You could definitely put this on a nostril.
Yeah, you could.
I want to say I put this in a beauty mark once.
Really?
Yeah, but it was a threaded version.
I think it would look really cute.
And it was not fun to put on.
I imagine. Complicated little piece. I think it'd be really fun to put in a tragus too.
Yeah.
Maybe a faux rook. That'd be cool. Oh, what else?
A conch.
Yeah, conch. If someone has the anatomy for it, an anti-tragus.
So yeah, I guess it really comes down to
a style, personal preference.
As always, it's anatomy and how much space you got to play with.
Yeah.
So that is shiny thing.
Oh, shiny thing.
So what we're gonna do is we'll move on to your subject, I guess.
I suppose. Lord. Seems like you don't want to talk about it.
I'll let you start off. What you were thinking about and what was going on in your mind when you thought about it.
Honestly, when I thought about the question, I just thought it would be interesting for us to discuss. I don't know anything about the subject. I really don't. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, so I might say a bunch of filler and fun words.
That's fine.
I figured you might know a little bit about it, educate the people. We could maybe debate about certain things.
Part of it is it's kind of been, it has some negative condensation. It has, or not condensation. Connotations. Yeah. It just seemed like the practical thing to do.
Yeah.
In the combination of the two kind of created an instant. It drove up the education level a little bit more because it was already established. Most tattoo artists had kind of established some of the safety procedures, so it was easy for people to kind of glim off that. It was much easier to go open up to be an addition to tattooing, which was already established. You have an established shop. You generally have the same kind of clientele, and you have access to things like autoclaves, biohazards, everything that you would need to start out with, at least what we believed was the standard and the best practices at that point in time.
Yeah.
Of course, just like tattooing, we've learned that a lot of those things weren't that great to begin with. And that took time to kind of figure out.
Yeah.
It kind of got blowback from a standpoint as a lot of those places kind of treated it like tattooing is this great art, piercing, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So it was kind of disqualified or disqualified or kind of
dismissed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And part of that, I think, it messed with a lot of the tattoo artists' images.
Really?
Because I think there was a part of them that wanted to kind of believe that it brought in a different level of clientele. Mm-hmm. Because you had people in the studio that usually were a little bit younger than maybe what that shop would normally have, because it was younger people that were into it. Mm-hmm. So it kind of messed with that Billy Badass biker criminal stuff, like all the stuff I believe the industry was trying to get away from, but was still kind of struggling with, well, how do I define myself now?
Yeah, because I feel like anytime, and especially in media, even nowadays, whenever a tattoo shop or a piercing, shop gets portrayed, especially when they're mixed together, it kind of has this like, oh, it's edgy, it's different, it's hard, it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's that whole related or drug related or a joke.
Yeah.
That's the only time you ever saw a tattoo studio. And it was the same thing with punk rockers and metalheads and whatever the flavor of the hippies but it's always a situation where they were portrayed in kind of a negative light. Mm-hmm. And I think some people kind of bought into that image and didn't like it to change. Mm-hmm. They felt like we were messing with their cool by bringing in all these new people.
Yeah.
They are two different things, though. But, I mean, you can take this whole umbrella and put all of what is referred to as body art or body modification under one. And that gets into some more extreme sides of it, and, some simpler ones.
Yeah.
From, something as simple as somebody getting their, hairdressing to a degree would be considered a body modification.
Yeah.
Depending on what type of sculpting you're doing and et cetera, or what they do with like eyebrows and et cetera, cosmetic surgery, that's a form of body modification, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's kind of whatever your, what's what I'm looking for? Whatever.
Customizing.
Yeah, whatever your flavor of customization you like.
Yeah.
And I feel like definitely there's a large reason on why it's probably most likely looked down on is because comparative to plastic surgery or getting your hair color changed, it's like with those things, they tend to come with just fitting into the norm.
Yeah.
Whereas body modification like piercing and tattooing and even, like the, where they put like silicone implants underneath the skin.
Dermal implants or subdermal, I should say.
Yeah, that goes completely against the grain, even though you can argue that subdermal and certain aspects of plastic surgery will, you know, like be hand in hand. They're pretty much the same thing.
They're much more drastic in some cases.
But they are, yeah.
The difference or the biggest difference is the involvement of the medical industry.
Yeah.
That have legitimized it. I mean, it's interesting if you look at plastic surgery, where it started and where it ended up at and where it is today. It started out with people maimed and disfigured and et cetera in wars. And very dedicated surgeons trying to figure out ways of fixing their features in a way that they could continue to be a, you know, somewhat more a good way to put it, or feel more confident with their interactions with other people. And that's where plastic surgery came from. Now it's a completely different thing. It's about, you know, trying to keep this youth forever and altering your appearance to some norm that you believe, or some beauty level that you believe is ideal.
It's like searching for that fountain of youth.
Yes, and this ideal that I don't understand exactly what it is sometimes. Well, you know, what exactly are they trying to achieve? Because people, especially that have a massive amount of plastic surgery, don't look great.
Yeah.
It, you know, and maybe that's just my opinion, but
it also could be just down to the extremities of the surgery, because after a while you start to try and move away from what you used to look like, especially if you get this habit of continuing to do plastic surgeries. You kind of move away from what you used to look like, and you could have been someone that just started out getting chin filler or lip filler.
Yeah.
And then it moves on to, oh, well, I'd like my boobs to be bigger, you know? And then it's like, I feel like at a point, and especially with like that one reality TV show about the people that have addictions to getting plastic surgery.
Yeah.
It comes down
I don't know
to
which one it is.
Yeah, I feel like there's
it gets to the level of self-harm.
Yeah.
Which is always an ongoing question when it comes to body modification, as far as the mental health industry is concerned. You know, what is that point where it moves into a level of they're doing this as some kind of way of, you know, of self-harm?
Yeah. And, I mean, you've even had experiences in the past, or to my knowledge, of therapists recommending piercing.
I've had plastic surgeons that have screwed up people's navels and suggested that they have it pierced. The same thing with nipples that were overly scarred by augmentation. Yeah, I mean, they were a lot more open to it than they used to be, and they see the not the necessity of it, but the benefit to it. And the same thing with tattooing. We get that too. Yeah, so
yeah.
I think we're way off the subject, but I mean, it's an interesting way to go. But we're a custom shop. That's what it is. You come in here for your body customization. There's just some extremes that we won't go to, but if you look at how normalized things like lip filler are now.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, that you can buy this stuff online and do all this other stuff. It's just like, okay, do these people really understand what they're putting in their bodies?
Yeah, because it can be a very slippery, very, very slippery slope. Very dangerous game to play.
Yeah. And a lot of times, in my opinion, it's not necessary.
No, I definitely don't think it is. And I know we've had some clients that do get lip filler pretty regularly that ask about, oh, well, when I'm not having lip filler, about the changes in jewelry, especially when it comes to oral piercings.
Yeah, especially vertical
abrase, yeah.
And gestrums.
Yeah. Yep.
And I never thought that I would have to ask people that, but I've found myself doing it now. Because and it comes down to a situation where it's like, if you're going to get lip filler, you may have to change that jewelry out every time.
Yeah.
There's no way around that. So yeah.
Completely off topic.
Okay, go ahead.
No, we just got completely off topic.
Oh, I thought you had like an entirely different thing to go off of.
Well, I did earlier, and then I was like, oh, no, I'm not.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. I mean, this is free form.
free form, free discussion.
Conversation.
I had this. I lost it.
The long pause.
I
mean, I can move on to something else. Or
about the show that I was talking about. My bad. And
you were talking about the people that get massive amounts of plastic surgery.
And how a lot of the causes for the reason they start to get it is because it comes from insecurity. Well, they'll fix one thing and then they'll start to hone in and focus on another. And it's like, when it comes to any form of body modification, it's a slippery slope that can happen. So I don't think that it's not always about harming yourself.
No.
Or about that gratification from that pain that might happen. Well, does happen when you get body modifications, especially with tattooing or piercing. But it might also just be because, oh, well, I have a tattoo here, but now this feels empty, or...
Well, and the thing, I think a lot of people that get tattooed, and the same thing with piercing, is they don't understand the importance of negative space.
Mm-hmm.
That you have to have that to draw attention to it. I was talking to Tally earlier about a tattoo that Jack has that he shares with a celebrity.
Really?
I'm not going to call him out on it. The few times I've seen him without his shirt, it was just like, everything's kind of a blur. And with some people, they want to fill their space. I'm not saying Jack's tattoos are like that, because they aren't. They're just, it's kind of a little bit, she was talking about how it's kind of overwhelming. But it's really common for or for collectors to go, I have to have every space full. Mm-hmm. But what that eventually does is it distracts from anything that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
And you were talking about how there's this impulse to cover up or to change or to do whatever to negative space. Mm-hmm. The best analogy I can give for it is we've all done something, like a good example would be like dusting or cleaning up. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't notice the dust on that shelf over there until everything else is clean.
Yeah.
Now it stands out. And it's because we're attracted to things that don't fit.
Yeah.
It's a instinct we have for survival that, and it's why we're not symmetrical as humans, because we wouldn't attract one another. Mm-hmm. Not just sexually or whatever, but in any way, shape, or form, because we'd look weird or we would blend in with everyone else.
Yeah.
You don't stand out, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when people I've had people at some point, say to me just to be rude or to, get on my nuts or what have you. You want everybody to be like you. And it's like, oh no, I absolutely do not want everyone to be like me. I don't know why people would ever want that. The world would be so great if everybody was like me, because I know all my negative qualities.
Yeah.
And I don't want that multiplied by the entire population of the world.
By billions and billions. I think if I met someone like me, I'd lose my marbles.
I've dated people that slowly became me, and that was
scary.
Really, really annoying.
I had an ex-boyfriend. He took up like every niche small hobby that I had, and it made me really irritated, because I get into really weird stuff sometimes. Like, for a while, I was really into loose leaf teas and finding out the difference between all the tea.
It's called hyper-focused.
Yeah. And so I got really into it, and then he saw that I was getting into it and also got into it, but like kind of made it this, like, I don't want to say competition, but like,
who could find the big,
who could find the best tea,
My best example of that is I was dating somebody while I was kind of evolving as a person, as a human being. So the person that I was when we started hanging out and dating wasn't vastly different from the person I was becoming, but it was enough that it bothered her. Mm-hmm. And she even made a point of that. Like, you're not the person I started dating. You're changing. You're selling out. And all this. And I'm like,
DaVo,
no, I think I'm becoming a better person, and you're becoming worse. So, and this is the person who, like, took on everything I took on. Mm. Like, towards the end, it got bad. But, yeah.
But I don't remember why we started talking about this.
We're talking. That's the joy of these. We just kind of talk in circles sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes good stuff comes out, and sometimes you have brain fart.
Yeah.
It's just the nature of the game.
Oh, I remember.
Okay.
But yeah, it's important to have your own sense of self-identity, but
Yeah.
and that's what makes us unique is just the fact that nobody's symmetrical, nobody's the exact same, and each of us have our fun little different quirks, and that's
what makes you attracted to other people.
Yeah, that's what makes you attracted to other people. And so converting that into tattoos or piercings is, it's like if you met someone with every single piercing, and every person you ever met with piercings had every single piercing, it would be so boring and repetitive, and you'd be a little bit impressed at first, but after the 10th person you'd be like, oh wow,
It's normalized.
yeah. And so that's what's so awesome. Like, we're both pierced. I'd say you're a little bit more heavily pierced than I am, but we're both pierced.
And to see me in a, dressed, you wouldn't know that.
What?
You have more visible piercings than I do.
I do, yeah. Yeah. I have more visible piercings than him, but he has more piercings than me. But that's what
And
makes
much
us
thicker piercings too. 'Cause I rule.
But
I've always been more impressed by stretch piercings. I don't know why.
you know what? That explains why you have so many stretched ear piercings.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm impressed by stretched piercings too.
Yeah, because it looks like somebody committed. Because it takes a level of commitment.
Yeah.
Especially if they did it like the natural, normal, or not normal. I'm not going to say normal. That's mean. The natural, take your time and go through the process instead of like, well, I'm going to get a dermal at, quadruple zero.
Yeah. Doing it the traditional way. Let's say.
Yeah,
Let's
starting
call it
out
that.
with a small hole and building it.
Yeah.
Because you're growing new self.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good way of looking at it. Every time you get a piercing, you're growing more.
Yes.
And not in a negative way.
Exactly.
The only other way you can grow when you get past, puberty and all that, other than cynical and mean, is is outward. Yeah. So this is a positive way to grow because you are growing outward, but it's not, like you're getting heavy and unhealthy and eating terrible food like I do.
Oh, Lord. But you completely lost me.
Yeah, I know. It was kind of. Should I go back to the subject that we originally started all this on?
Well, hold on.
Okay, go ahead. You got something else to say? I'm listening.
Something. Really?
Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead. You have my full attention.
But no, I don't think we have any of the same
piercings
besides our earlobes. Yeah.
Earlobes. You don't have your helix anymore.
No.
No. We don't.
Yeah, we don't have any of the same piercings.
Because you have and so it's kind of a.
Because I have helix.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
Yeah, because I have helix piercings, but it's an industrial, so that's.
Yeah.
It's two piercings.
Actually, those would be vertical helix piercings.
Yeah. So.
Or forward helix, I guess, kind of.
Forward helix, vertical helix, potato, tomato.
Tomato.
But no, we don't have any of the same piercings, but you consider both of us pierced.
Yeah. Well, I consider somebody that just has like 2 lobe piercings pierced.
Yeah.
I mean, they're part of the tribe as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
They may not know it.
As long as they take care of them.
They may not identify that way, but to me, it's like you've gone through something experience-wise that is part of it. Mm-hmm. And that's okay. You're accepted.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to have the piercing done, but just have an interest in it. For the same reason that when somebody says, oh, that's not for me, I go, well, yeah, it's not supposed to be for you. All right? It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe 10 or 15 years, that'll change. I do not like slot cars, but that doesn't necessarily mean that old people that do slot car racing.
I don't know what that is.
It's an old thing. It's imagine model training, like where you make the model trains in your basement, but you do have cars and then you go to a place that has a track and then you race your car on the
tiny
track.
cars?
Slot cars are usually a little bit bigger. It was a big popular thing in like, I don't know, mid-century, like the last century.
I know about RC cars.
RC cars would be another example. I have no interest in having them either.
When the weather's nice, I like watching Brent stand out in the parking lot.
Yeah.
With his tank.
Oh, they were going, at one point, the guys were buying construction equipment and tanks. That went on for a while. Anyway, but see, what I'm saying and what I'm getting at is that doesn't interest me.
Yeah.
I mean, curiosity, but like I'm not going to go out and like pursue that.
Yeah.
Like golf. I have no interest in playing golf.
I tried out for golf one time. I've told you this. Like,
yeah, we were talking about this earlier this week.
This is
but they haven't heard it.
Oh, I'll tell them. I tried out for golf in like my freshman year of high school or my 8th grade year. I tried out for golf because I wasn't going to get picked up for another 2 hours after school. And I tried out. I did it. Just I wanted to see what it was like. I got a few pointers, and then they invited me to the team, and I was like, I don't want to do this.
That's not for me.
Yeah. This seems really boring, and if I'm good at it and I've never played it before.
I am happy. I don't know what it feels like to jump off a building, but I'm not going to go out and do that.
It's true.
You know, but there are safe ways to do that, but I don't have that skill. Kind of like piercing yourself at home.
Yeah, I don't,
Yeah, there's ways to do that, but probably chances are is your friend and you do not have the skills to do that.
Well, as someone who has been piercing for a year and 4 months now, I don't think that there's one piercing that I would ever do on myself.
Yeah. So here's a question for you. Do you feel like you know everything yet?
No. God, no. Because
that's good.
There's information out there that have yet to learn. I'm probably going to learn it like 15 years from now and be like, holy smokes.
I learn new stuff all the time.
I wish DaVo was still here so he could know this information.
That's what the YouTube channel's for. There's a lot of information on there. I mean, maybe not on the piercing level as an actual piercer, but there's a lot of information on this channel.
Oh, I feel like you talk enough that I probably have heard everything on that YouTube channel.
Possibly, but I don't know.
Likely.
There might be stuff on there you haven't. You never know until you watch.
I'm not watching your YouTube videos. I spend too much time with you. I watched them before I started my apprenticeship.
Yeah.
And after I started, I told myself that I was going to get really sick and tired of you if I kept watching them. So I have not watched any. The only time I ever watch any of the videos is when I rewatch the live streams because I notice I'm doing something really stupid later on during the live stream.
That no one noticed until you pointed it out,
Yeah.
or I pointed it out.
Yeah, and then I'm like, holy smokes, I have to go show my friends this because it's hilarious. Like the night when I completely forgot we were live streaming and started messing with that can. And then you were like,
you're just off in your own little world over there with your energy drink.
Yeah, and then you were like, what are you doing? And I was
What
like,
are you doing? What is that noise?
And then I was like a deer in headlights.
Yeah. So back to the original subject, because we've taken a deep turn into nowhere. Well, not nowhere, but far off topic. I think the reason why so many tattoo shops had people that pierced in them is because people naturally assumed that if they went to a tattoo shop, somebody there would pierce. For the same reason that people often feel that it's strange that I don't tattoo.
That's very true. I get that quite a bit when I tell people, oh yes, I'm a piercing apprentice. They're like, oh, do you plan on tattooing? No, I don't wanna.
Which would be kind of like, what would be a good example of this?
It'd be like going into a Wendy's and asking if someone plans on being a manager one day.
Yeah, it's a little bit different than that. It'd be like going into, like you're talking to an architect and going, well, so you planning on becoming a house painter?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that tattooing is like house painting.
No.
But I mean, that's kind of they're related, but they're not the same job. Or say, well, do you want to be, I don't know, a city planner? Why aren't you a city planner? You're an architect. Maybe that doesn't interest me.
Yeah. Or like the same thing as going up to someone who studies marine life, a marine biologist, and then being like, oh, do you want to,
It's this attitude that like it's like a fallback. Like it was my minor.
Yeah.
Like I was going for tattooing. No, I wasn't.
I
think a lot of I majored in tattooing, but I didn't do so well, so I fall back on my minor.
Yeah.
Piercing. That kind of attitude. And a lot of that attitude partly was kind of the devaluing that was done by the tattoo industry at the very beginning.
Yeah.
There was also this idea that a piercing wasn't the full commitment that a tattoo is, which is complete rubbish because you're altering your body forever one way or another. And people notice piercings, especially back then, a lot more than they were starting, they notice the tattoo you have on your bicep.
Yeah. I feel like whenever someone has the mindset of like, oh, piercings are temporary, I love that now I have an actual example on my face that piercings aren't temporary with these giant, they're not as big anymore.
No, they've actually been healing pretty well, you and your young skin.
Oh, wow. Thank you. But I have an actual example on my face that no, piercings are not temporary. And it's a more extreme case, but I have like 4 examples. I have my cheek piercings, and then I have my snake bites. And it's actual proof that piercings are not temporary. They are intended to kind of, if you want, be a permanent thing for the rest of your life.
Well, I mean, it's a form of, if you really want to get into like body modifications, one of them is scarification.
Yeah, scarification.
So in a way, piercing is creating a scar. So it's in the same realm. So is tattooing to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
You are permanently changing and altering how your body looks forever.
Mm-hmm.
It will reduce, just like tattoos. They fade over time. They blow out everything. They don't look the same they did the day you got them, but they're going to be there probably in one way, shape, or form. That mark is going to be there till they plant you, unless you go and get some plastic surgery, either laser removal in the case in tattooing, or some type of procedure to graft skin or reduce the scarring.
Yeah.
So it's always there.
Yeah. Because I a little bit was really concerned about the way that my face looked after I took out my cheek piercings, because they were intense, and other pictures that I'd seen of people when they retired their cheek piercings, they looked exactly how mine looked after years of being out. And so I was like, oh darn, okay, I guess my face is gonna look like this for a hot minute. And so I looked into any like surgeries to reduce the scarring.
Reduce the scarring, yes.
Yeah, and I don't remember where I was going with that.
I was talking about grafting and plastic surgery and so forth.
And about how that's probably time and that are probably the only options for reducing that scarring.
And even at that point, it might just minimize the visibility.
Well, what they do is it's kind of crazy. They kind of pull the skin over it.
Yeah, to try to kind of tint it.
Yeah. They pull the skin over it and then do these like very thin stitches.
Okay. That's a little less complex than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Because
I've seen things where they were burning off scar tissue and generate.
No, that's the only form of it I've seen, but they kind of fold it in over itself and then sew it together, and it kind of, maybe they cut it out. I don't entirely know.
I'm assuming they remove it and then try to make the scarring smaller.
Yeah, and then they
with stitches and a proper heal.
Yeah, and then
probably remove the piercing tunnel.
Yeah, but the way it looks after it's healed is it looks like nothing was ever there. You might have little lines that kind of look like wrinkles, but
yeah, because there'd be just like if you had a slight cut, you got stitches.
Mm-hmm.
It and those fade pretty quickly, or they tend to be less predominant over time.
Yeah, but
depending on your pigment. Yeah, that one of the things I've never liked about cheek piercings is I've only seen a few people where it didn't create those huge indentations.
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think the indentations look good. It's just like you're blowing your cheeks out, and then you got this thing hanging or sticking it in. I know that some people want that, and they refer to it as dimples, but to me, that's not dimples. Dimples are something that forms when you smile on most people.
Yeah, I had dimples. I
know that's supposedly that's one of the reasons why they were such poorly placed to begin with.
It's because they were right where my dimples were. Yeah, because mine are very uneven.
And the person that did it.
No shade. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
He's gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, because I got to the point where I just started refusing to do them probably about 3 years ago. Because I was turning more people away than I was doing. I mean, like, people would set up appointments for it, and then they'd come in, and I'd look at them, and I'd start filling around in their mouth, and it's like, man, and then I'd go through the wrists, and then by the time I was done, they were like, so maybe we get a nostril piercing today, and I'll think about it. Or it was, yeah, man, I'm not finding that soft spot where I feel comfortable doing that, and we'd candlelight it, and I couldn't tell where vessels were and so forth, and it's just like, no. Let's not mess with this. Or their teeth, the way they were shaped and everything, it just wouldn't look right where I'd have to position it on the jaw. They were just one of those piercings. If you do want to get them done, you need to find somebody that really knows, that does a lot of them and has had success with them. Not just done a lot, but has actual success. And there's very few of those people. Anyway.
Do you consider yourself one of those people?
Oh, no.
No, you've never had success with...
I've had success. I've had some clients heal it out without a problem. I'm just saying that I would not consider myself somebody that's... Because that's the other thing about them. They're one of those piercings that kind of goes through these periods of time where nobody asked for them.
Yeah.
Like 5 years where you don't have one person walk through the door and ask for it.
In my experience here... The only person that has ever come in with anything cheek piercing related is me. And this girl who got them pierced was having by the same person that pierced me, was having an allergic reaction to the metal and was wondering if we had any jewelry that she could put in there because she had been to these other places before and they just they couldn't show her proof that that was the metal that they were saying it was.
They had no third-party certification. There was no provenance on exactly where that material is coming from.
Yeah, and
they used words like hypoallergenic.
Yeah, and hers were at a 16 gauge, and they were at the same messed up angle that mine were.
Done by possibly the same person?
She told me that they were done by the same person.
Which he told you did that to miss something or some nonsense?
Yeah, even though...
Which is probably the way he was trained, which is the source of the problem in the first place.
Yeah, and we have talked, and I'm pretty sure you've candle lit in my cheeks, and you were like, yeah, that's... Nope.
Yeah, that's... Well, we've covered this before. Nikki says, hey, y'all. Hope everyone's well. Yes, we are.
Yes, I hope you're well.
I'm always well.
I'm never well.
I know. Sickly creature. Yeah, we're talking about the marriage between tattooing and piercing.
At this point, we're just talking about cheek piercings.
We were just talking about the cheek piercing, which is an ongoing thing with this. Oh, I know something I just thought of that I didn't cover in what happened this week.
Oh.
I got to remove a surface barbell that somebody had done above the collarbone. And she was, she thought far enough ahead to know that this might be a problem and only did one, but she eventually wanted to do 4. And they didn't do a tape test on her. They didn't go through the process of trying to figure out how much contact the clothing would do. They didn't have her lifting her arms or any of this stuff. They just did it. And it wasn't deep enough too, because it had a lot of play, and I mean a lot of play, and it was only like a week and a half old.
Oh, yikes.
But it was in this area.
Those are popping.
They're popping?
Yeah,
Oh, Nikki said I stretched my tongue to 8 gauge a couple of weeks ago. Congratulations,
awesome.
You've reached the 8 gauge.
What gauge are you at?
2.
Oh, he's ahead of you.
Well, by that in a number of years.
That's true.
I bet she's lost less balls eating a Reuben than I have. And for those who don't know, I have lost 2 ball ends off of my tongue ring. Both times I was eating a Reuben. I don't know what I do when I eat a Reuben.
Your tongue ring?
Yeah. Like halfway through it, it's like, what the heck is that? Something in this. And then it's like, no, that's the ball. That's the barbell.
Gosh.
Where's the ball at?
I've caught DaVo using improper language.
What did I say?
Tongue ring.
No, you said tongue ring.
No, you said tongue ring.
I did. I said tongue ring. I haven't done that in years.
Oh, my God.
Sometimes I've noticed that over time, you have so many people call you and ask you for things like tongue rings. Do you have tongue rings that you can't help yourself, but it slips out occasionally?
You're an uneducated piercer. I'm canceling you. I am. Come to just me from now on. Right? He doesn't know nothing.
And Nikki went on to say, thank you. And I haven't lost any balls or barbells yet, knock on wood. The key is checking them, making sure they're unsecure. And like now, whenever I get a Reuben, which is like, I like Reubens.
I've never had a Reuben.
It's not a sandwich I have very often. Oh, it's got everything there. It's got the sauerkraut.
You lost me.
It's got the rye bread.
Oh.
It's got the corned beef.
Okay.
And the Thousand Islands.
All right.
It's just such a, and Swiss cheese.
Oh, okay.
So you got this combination of a lot of different flavors.
Lots of
going
salt.
on there. Oh yeah, it's not like I said. It's not something I get all the time. It's like it's the deli sandwich.
We should go to a place that has good Reubens sometime.
There's a couple different ones. I haven't been to a deli in a long time. They've kind of all been replaced or gone out of business. Like the best one was the Pickle Barrel, and it's been gone for years. It was fabulous because there was an old couple that ran it, and they were kind of in a crappy part of town. They were stuck between a convenience store, a plasma center that you could sell your plasma.
Oh, okay.
A
Not
dive
plasma
bar
TV.
across the street, and then just down the street a shelter. So it was like they just rotated through all day. So they were, and then they had this restaurant in the middle of it that they were trying to run that they'd had since like the 40s or 30s or something like that.
Dang.
And it was fun because their food was fantastic. Best pickles I've ever had.
Really?
And but they would sit there and argue in Yiddish, which was incredible for a Des Moines kid to experience. I'm sure like there are people in other parts of the country like, big deal. I can get that on any corner. But yeah. So yeah, that's the thing is check them.
Yeah, check them.
And I try. One day I'll figure out why it is when I eat Reubens.
It's the corned beef.
It's something of how I move my tongue during that process. Maybe something sticks to it. I don't know. First time it happened, I was at lunch with my mom's.
You know what sounds really good?
What sounds really good?
Philly cheesesteak.
Occasionally.
I haven't eaten today.
Yeah, and I tried to get you to go get something to eat. I was even going to eat. What you don't know is I was going to tell sick bird. But no, you said you weren't hungry.
Well, I am hungry, but I don't have money.
Yeah, see. Yeah, you haven't learned that lesson yet. Anyway, we're going to talk about that later when we're off air because I have a plan.
Oh.
Because she gets a little, it's important for those that pierce or you do jobs where you're dealing with really tight objects and little tiny details and so forth to keep your blood sugar up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you start getting a little shaky.
And it's really hard to put a tiny object inside another tiny object.
In the first place.
Yeah, but while you're shaky and then you're shaking on your client and they're like, hey, are you okay? And then you're like, oh, no, I haven't eaten today.
I used to work with a tattoo artist years ago that he would do this and then every single time because he thought it was funny to freak people out. Anyway, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's plenty. Get that blood sugar where you're supposed to be.
Yes.
And keep it there. And be healthy, in general. And I missed one here, I think. A couple, actually.
Oh, my goodness.
Or no, just one.
You're terrible.
Sarah. I can get tattooed for hours and be fine, but a piercing terrifies me even though I have over 40.
Dang.
They're different animals. The experience is different. It's quick Yeah, even we had a real bad forecast, I'm going to say, more so than actual weather.
Well, you got to think of the wind. Come on, man. You got to
The wind was bad, but they were like, oh, we're going to have blizzard conditions. It's going to be whiteout and all this stuff. So it was really slow yesterday. And I was talking with one of the tattoo artists, Brent, and I'm like, you're welcome to hang out. And if somebody comes in, because he didn't have any, I want to say his 2 appointments canceled because of the weather. And I'm like, I'm never closed if I can help it. Mm-hmm. If I can get here, I'm here. I'm open for business. If it starts to get really nasty, I'll take off a little bit early, but I'm here. And we ended up doing 4 piercings yesterday when you consider that every newscast, every weather report, everything, the sky was falling and the world was ending. Anyway, but yeah, we started talking about how, like, if somebody comes in to get a piercing done, I can have them in and out usually in about 20 to 30 minutes. Somebody comes in to get a tattoo. First, you got to talk about what you want. You got to look through the examples. You got to figure out where it's going to be. Then you got to draw it.
Oh.
Then you got to do the tattoo. So it takes a lot. It's a lot more involved process.
Yeah. Brent did get a walk-in for some guy who had a tattoo right here on his, right here on his hand, and then he had some knuckle tats, and then he had something coming up here, and he wanted to figure out what to do with this blank space. So he did get that in yesterday.
Oh, okay. I know he had a consultation or something. I usually get so wrapped up in what I'm doing. I lose track of everything else that's going on in the shop. And if you want to find out what the tattooists are up to, every Friday, 8 p.m., they sit here and they talk about pie.
They do talk about pie. And we're going to start... we talked about starting...
What was it? I watched part of it the other day. What were they... There was something else they were talking about this week that was totally off subject, too.
I didn't watch it.
It wasn't pie. I can't remember. It was silly. Nikki said, depending on what is getting pierced, it is difficult. It's a different beast than getting tattooed. Stretching them can be even harder, I found out. Laugh aloud. Yeah, if you push that stretch, it hurts, and it'll hurt longer in most cases and be more throbby and achy and sensitive to the touch than it was when you pierced it.
Yeah. I think that I'd rather... Every time that I stretch my septum, it's smooth sailing. It goes right through. But afterwards, it's achy. It's achy, and it, stinks.
And it wants to sit in one position. I noticed that earlier today. You didn't stretch, though, did you?
Well, I went to go test out if I could stretch, and then I put that 10-gauge hoop through. And then I was like, I look like a
too
cow.
Big. Yeah.
I look like a cow. That's what I thought. And so I just put it in my ear.
Yeah, that's right.
Because my ear was
at its... And then you anodize that because you've decided you're going... Well, we're going full golden. She's the golden girl now, I guess.
Yeah. Well, because I went to go downsize my labret, and we didn't in titanium, but we did have it in the 24-karat gold. Which
surprises me, because I could have sworn the last time I looked, there was 20 of them back there.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, connection is lost.
It's been doing that weird thing this whole stream. I don't know. It's something to do with Restream, I think. Because when I look at YouTube, it's fine. So it has something to do with this. So don't worry.
It's not my monkeys. However, yeah, and I just really like the way that the gold looked. And so I anodized my septum. And then...
Plus, it's summer. You can go get a tan. It'll look even better.
I don't tan. I burn.
Do you go outside? Anyway.
I do go outside. I just burn. I burn,
I'm the same way. But I usually burn once, and then that's it.
No, every time I burn.
Yeah.
I stay burned.
Well, I have old man skin, so... And sunblock, but it'll give you color still. I don't know. Anyway.
No, I circus not my
Nikki went on to say, but pain is subjective to the person, though. And that's one of the things I always try to explain to people when they're talking about tolerance. I don't have enough pain tolerance is usually the common thing. It isn't pain tolerance. It's pain experience. You learn over time how to adapt and deal with, and there's a word I'm looking for, but I won't find it right now. Overcome fears of pain and how you react to it. Mm-hmm. And that only comes from experience. Like everything in life, You don't really know how to do it and how to deal with it until you actually do it in person.
Yeah.
The nice thing about, if you have a good tattoo artist or a good piercer, they'll usually try to guide you through the process and give you hints on how to kind of overcome it and how to react to it.
Yeah.
Like, it's really common when they're doing a first tattoo. If the person seems really wound up, they'll go, okay, I'm going to try one little line here. We'll see how it goes. And then we'll take it from there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's about patience. With piercing, we'll usually try to catch them off guard or simply do a breathing exercise.
Oh.
Which either or will help with that.
I thought about how I caught that girl off guard when I did that Christina piercing.
Yeah, somebody forgot to do the breathing exercise.
I was too focused on lining myself up because I was scared. I was nervous. I was excited though.
You were in the zone.
I was really excited, and I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna do it." And then like I pushed through, and then she was like, "Oh, wow!" And I was like,
"Yeah.
Oh, I forget that I'm actually putting a hole in a person, like an actual person." Smokes.
Yeah, well, it is easy to get totally focused on what you're doing and just do it. And in some cases, I've read people to the point where I knew, okay, they're getting wound up more the longer I sit here. And if I do the breathing exercise, they've been pierced by me before. They're going to know it's on breathing out, and they're going to tense up. So I'll just do it and then apologize about it later. Nikki said that VCH caught me off guard. Also kicked my piercer. Laugh hell loud. Or almost kicked.
No.
Almost. Well, it depends on where you kick us.
I've never been kicked. I've been grabbed, though, and that really scares me.
Grabbing can be a dangerous thing to do to a piercer.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to determine, and this is something I need to talk to, or I've been meaning to talk to you about, is being very evident about where their hands can be.
Mm-hmm.
Because especially if anything that's on the torso or genitals, is if they have them on their chest, they're more prone to grab you in the process or bump you or react. So usually I like to have them, with their hands by their side, like they're at attention. But
well, the one time I did get grabbed, it was a tongue piercing, and I was wearing these pants, like boot cut pants, and for women's boot cut pants, they're really tight around the thighs.
Okay.
And this girl, she just like grabbed my boot cut
She
jeans.
had nails.
She did have jeans. She grabbed my boot cut jeans, and I didn't know what to do, and I was just standing there in shock because it was one of my first tongue piercings.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to do, and then
what you do is you complete it. And usually it kind of goes through this phase, and this is different for tattooing, is with piercing, it's kind of like freaking out, and then you have to let them slowly relax. Like, what is one of the most common things you hear me say after I do a piercing?
If you need a minute, you're more than welcome to.
That, and what else? Maybe you just haven't picked up on it. I need you to breathe for me.
Oh, I've never picked up on that.
Or just, take a minute, relax. The worst of it's over.
Yeah. Oh, so soothing.
Yeah. See, I mean, that's kind of part of it.
Get DaVo doing ASMR.
I used to have people on here that would comment all the time that they'd listen to me to fall asleep to. And I didn't know if it was because I was boring. And then they'd go, no, it's not because you're boring. It's your soothing voice. And I'm like, well, most of the people I've encountered in my life have not found my voice very soothing.
I find it really annoying.
That's because you hear it all the time.
Yeah. Oh.
It's annoying because it's saying things like, it's 5 after.
It is 5 after.
And you're just getting here. Oh, that means I have to go to your house and take up an hour of your time tomorrow.
I mean, you can if you want.
No, I do not want to go.
I'm going to go to the library, get a library card, hang out with my friend, clean my house.
Mourn the death of your D&D character.
Oh, console me. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to fuck.
No, come on, tell the universe.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't.
Basically, she had some relationship shifting. We'll just call it that. Is that a good way of putting it?
Yeah.
Yep, and part of that relationship involved a D&D group, which I thought was hilarious because my joke was, it's a D&D thing. Nobody there should be having sex. At least that was my experience the one time I did it. And I guess they butchered.
They cut her in half down the middle. And then, no, I didn't even tell you. They burned the house down in which she was killed in.
Revenge is sweet.
And then I was later told that, oh, we didn't mean to kill her. We didn't mean to kill her. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
But the last guy that got kicked out of that party, his character died brutally.
So it's a pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was her name or his name?
Oh, his name?
Yeah.
Like
I mean, yeah, the character's name.
He didn't have a name because he was some sort of edgelord.
I don't know what that means, so I'm not going to pretend to.
He was just like one of those guys that's like, I'm super cool and
probably not.
And probably not. Most likely not. Anyways, I miss my D&D character.
Yeah, your poor D&D character.
I posted about it on my notes on Instagram. I'm really heartbroken by this.
Yeah.
I loved her.
Yep. That's what we talk about here, kids. We've gotten to that point. So we had a topic as usual that we didn't really address, and we talked about a bunch of other stuff, which is good. I think it's some valuable information we talked about tonight, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. So do you think, is there anything else you would like to talk about?
No, I think I need to be alone for a minute. No, I'm kidding.
You're gonna pull the curtains, cover up all the mirrors, and light a candle.
I'm gonna sit in the front office and.
Yeah, gonna have to. You're gonna make an altar with like the multi-sided dice and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what you should do. We have that jewelry.
Oh, we do. Make an entire.
Just an entire thing about the character.
Oh, an entire ear.
Yeah, starting with the die, and then. You know.
I might. I really miss her. Oh.
Yeah, you never know.
That's what it's going to be next
This
week.
is the kind of conversation we sometimes have.
Yeah, that I go around and talk about with the shop, not like serious stuff. The death of my D&D character.
How do you feel about I believe it's Lilith method? Yeah or nay? So sorry, Scott.
Thank you for your condolences. It's been really hard on me.
I have heard this term and I can't remember where.
Lilith?
I've heard of the fair. I don't think I was invited there. Okay, Lilith method.
You didn't spell Lilith right.
Of course I didn't.
Diablo 4? I don't know nothing about Diablo 4.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's probably a method in which they do it. I'm guessing it's some game thing. Which I know. Board games, tabletop games,
I thought it was
yes.
piercing. Holy smokes.
Well, is there a reference to Lilith piercing? I know I've heard. Litha. Okay. I just saw, that's what Lilith comes to my mind because, well,
No.
I don't know.
Litha. You're not spelling it right.
That's what it autocorrected to.
Well,
I'm just going to see if there's anything. Well, of course, there's a tattoo or a piercing shop called that.
you're spelling Lilith, not Litha.
Okay.
You got to spell it Litha.
Tina B said, leave it in the hell alone. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing these days.
You're getting old, DaVo.
Hey, I'm fine with being unhipped. It's about time. You know, my listening age on Spotify was.
Oh, God. Oh, big guy.
Yeah, 21.
Do you want me to spell it out for you?
I'm getting there.
Litha.
That's why. There should be an L in there.
There we go. What's that?
Okay. Well, leave it the hell alone. Of course I knew that. It was like, yeah, that's, I use the old version of that.
I thought they were telling us to drop the method, leave it alone. Doesn't matter.
We do a basic different version of that from the standpoint of believe that we have you rinse it.
Yeah.
With saline, sterile saline to remove the discharge. And I do also suggest rinsing in the shower.
Yeah.
At the end for two different reasons. First off, it helps to kind of melt away some of that discharge. And it also makes sure that if in case you got anything on there during your bathing process, you rinse it off right away so you don't have to worry about reactions. The fuck alone is how it was taught to me.
I'm sorry. Why'd you do it like that?
I don't know. My brain is working in that way.
I think I'm just getting tired. Holy smokes.
Yeah. See, the problem is, I think where all the confusion started is I was talking about her D&D character getting killed. And I was like, oh, it's going to be someone gaming. Okay, yes. Yeah. The biggest thing is not to pick at it, in the reason. There's a couple different reasons why we have you remove the discharge, and the first one being is that it can agitate the piercing if the jewelry moves or shifts. It can also block further discharge, which is part of the healing process. Your body is getting rid of waste, especially in the first couple weeks, as it clears out the wound and repairs all the, removes all the. It does the demolition, exactly what it's doing. It's removing all the mess we made when we did the piercing. The other thing is comfort more than anything else. Like one of the reasons why, even with tattoos, one of the reasons why you want to use moisturizers is to make it more comfortable during the healing process and less scratchy and itchy and cracky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite a fun time there, Nick. And Sarah said, I think the theory is the crust is meant to be there and will fall off by itself. Technically, yes. But in the process, it can cause other problems. It
can cause it to itch.
Especially when you have large settings or something that's pressed against one side. If that, like with like a forward helix, or not forward helix, but an upper helix piercing. So it's a lot less. I mean, the original leave it the fuck alone thing was not using. We used to have an entirely different method, which involved back when I started piercing, we suggested that you jump in the shower, you remove the discharge, make sure to get it all off there, including using your thumbnail to get off any excess. Once that's all off there, then you would lather up something or pour something on it, usually things like Hibiclins or betadine or providine iodine or sensitive ear care solution, benzoyl-chloride-based solutions, pour it over it, and then rotate and work that stuff into that piercing about 6 to 10 times and then rinse. So leave it the hell alone was a method where it's like, we don't do this rotation, we don't dig at it, we don't use harsh products to try to get your body to not get an infection.
Yeah.
Basically, we stopped overusing chemicals. And then Tina said, the itch phase is maddening. Yes, it is. And a trick, lightly patting.
You need a lotion, man.
I know, it's wintertime.
You're dry. I'm not even that dry.
Like a red wine over here, a good one.
Well, maybe I am that dry.
Yeah, it's just, it's weather changes because it went from 50 degrees to, 2 degrees out now, right now?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I can feel the draft on my steel-toed. It's making my steel-toed shoes get cold. Well, with the yawning of the apprentice, we know that we are towards the end of this fabulous.
We're 15 minutes past, DaVo.
Oh, well, when the flow goes, the goes.
This is me going into your time.
Yeah, well,
or
yeah.
you going into my time.
I'm going into your time.
Yeah, that's it.
You still haven't seen that movie, I bet. Fast Times at Ridgemont High? That's where that comes from, Mr. Hand.
Oh.
It's one of Sean Penn's first movies. Like what made him a star.
I'm going to make you a star.
Anyway.
Put you on the big screen.
I'm trying to think. I want to say I was in some documentary somewhere. I know it's happened by now. Just a face in the crowd.
Probably.
Yeah. Who knows? Well, other than that, if anybody has any questions, you got 5 seconds. Otherwise, we're gonna call this a day and
3,
put a stick in it.
4, 5. All right, you're done.
All right. even though there's a delay, and we're living in the future, and you're living in the past. Yeah, because there's like a 10 to 15. So like, see, on the live, I'm patting my arm.
Oh, God. All right, no more questions.
I guess it's not that far behind. But yeah, it was a pleasure talking to everybody tonight. Always a joy to have you all here. Of course, we do this every Monday at 8 p.m. I'm here. Sometimes she's here. Tina said, stay safe in the weather. We plan on it. It's supposed to be like 60 degrees in like a day and a half.
Yeah.
So I think we're okay.
We'll be safe.
She had some problems getting out of her apartment building, but
that's because I live in a really shitty apartment building. So
yeah,
by the river, by the raccoon river.
Down by the river.
Yeah, and they didn't want.
Have you seen the raccoon? It's up.
Well, I live by it. Yeah, I've seen it. God.
Robert says I have a good night face, blue smiling.
It's an emoji.
It's 2 a.m. in the UK. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I have somebody that contacts me from over there every once in a while. You guys are a bit ahead.
Just a little bit.
You guys are living in the future. Dun, dun, dun.
We're actually in this person's past.
You're living on St. Patrick's Day. It's March 17th in the UK now. It's been for 2 hours.
Tomorrow?
Yes, it's the 17th. Surprisingly, it's on the 17th again this year. Anyway.
On my day off?
Yeah, on your day off. No excuse.
I'm not.
Except it's going to be freezing cold. I was thinking about going to the parade. Now I don't know if going to. Anyway, enough of this.
Into a bar.
Yeah.
Anyway.
If Scott walks into a bar, there's a joke there somewhere.
Probably.
Till next time, here's hoping all your piercings heal with ease and without a single issue. And if you're in the Des Moines, Iowa area, we would love to see you for your piercing needs in the future. Have a good day, everybody. Take care. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day and be safe and careful.